Oh, shalom, family. Your brother Lidj Yefdi, Yohannis wolde Immanuel here, RastafariRenaissance.com. Also, you can find me on RastafariGroundation.com as well. And of course, here on YouTube at Lidj Yefdi. I had a few things I just wanted to speak on, especially coming through to this high holy season as we've just passed the Ethiopian New Year, Adi Samet in Kutatash, and here upon the eve of Ereb Rosh Hashanah, or our Hebraic calculation from the lunar cycle of the Hebrew calendar. It's just been a good year. It's been somewhat productive and definitely rallying a lot of Rastafari to many of the things going on, especially at LOJS.org or the LionofJudahSociety.org, and of course, our in-gathering site at Rastafari Groundation. It's just I'm not sure about how ones and ones feel about their own personal positions, in and amongst the brothers and sisters, as far as becoming a productive member, not only on our various platforms, but of course in the physical as well, as ones and ones are just trying to find a loophole or some type of niche that they can be as productive as they can. And it's not a secret or anything that there definitely needs to be some type of economic program put forward, and we surely give thanks to all of the family and the brothers and sisters working over at RastafariNetwork.net, just providing another opportunity and some way, shape, form, or fashion for ones and ones to kind of get started if they have just no other outlook or any outlet to really push forward with at the moment, and just providing an opportunity for ones to get started in some way, form, or fashion. So we definitely give thanks to brothers like Wyndham Tobia Teferi, Benaiah Teferi, of course, Ihite, Yana Tafari, and many of the other brothers. Soxy Zion, the brother, is also working in that network as well, and pretty sure he has a lot of other things going on. Wyndham Jorgen, of course, is probably a part of that avenue and opportunity as well, along with a host of many other brothers, Wyndham Abes Salam, Yehuda Tafari, and so many more that can be named. And be sure to link up with these brothers and sisters, if you want to find out more about the opportunities that lie in wait at Rastafari.net. It's very pivotal that we get into as many niches as we can, especially for the individual, because as one is strengthened in the individual access to capital, I would say it's definitely a plus. Once we come to the point of working as a collective, but of course the strongest link is only as strong as its weakest. So we would like to strengthen our brothers and sisters as much as we can to the best of our abilities, and to the best of whatever avenues and any way or form of support that we can. And of course, it's going to take a lot of sacrifices. Before I really get any further into this, it's going to take a whole lot of sacrifice. Ones are definitely going to have to sacrifice a lot of time, and education is definitely a great point which one should start at. And it's wonderful that we have so many that are interested in the truth that we, of course, have put forward from the scriptures and many of the other religious texts and spiritual morals as we have continued to put forth, especially creating the content from Discipleship Radio, which I definitely can say that I'm proud to have so many brothers and sisters that can identify with that podcast and the content that's put forward there. But of course, that was really just a stepping stone. It's a first step and a first stage initial for really in gathering more of the brothers and sisters from various neighborhoods and so on and so forth of their own geographical locations. But again, I mentioned that there's definitely going to have to be a lot of sacrifices, especially at the individual level, because ones are really going to have to find out what they're really good at and what they have an affinity to, what they really can, produce in a manner of, value to not only themselves and their families, but the collective of Rastafari as we seek to do, especially at Discipleship Radio. And of course, the greater good of the Rastafari community, not only in North America, but of course throughout the West Indies, and of course Africa, as ones and ones know that I have made a journey to the motherland. I actually visited Ethiopia about, let's see, it's September now. It was about 3 or so months ago. And, I'm still really kind of riding the euphoric, I would say euphoric feelings of just being in the motherland for the first time. And it was a very eye-opening experience. I wasn't too surprised about a lot of the things that I saw, as there was a great deal of work still to be done in Africa, as we know. But of course, the work starts from the individual, and I can't put more emphasis on how much one should improve oneself. And I have to say again that it really starts with education, and ones are going through school, and it's such a systematic anomaly that the school system, especially set up for the West, is so counterproductive to one being brought to the best of their ability on the opposite end of coming out of that system and being able to be a self-sufficient type of person, or a self-sufficient minded person. But in the end, it really shows that there is a great need for the collective. And that's what really is missing, I would say. And it was just one of the things that's really missing in the educational system of much of the West. And, as we see, there's a lot of collective activity that allows many to progress in a very short amount of time, fairly short amount of time, I should say, because of the ties that bind. Really, there's just not an other way that I can really express that aside from having the emphasis on being a collective unit, and it's just a really prevalent matter that one should really pay attention to. And if one's eyes are open, it's not very hard to see. But the fact of the matter really is that once you're able to actually see what's really going on, especially from the collective unit of many ones who continue to just enrich themselves, not only monetarily, but of course that's the main point. but of course, in collective security, things of that nature, and it's really just the base of forming any type of economic bond between family to family, individual to individual, to the collective. So, really, ones have to, put a great deal of focus into the development of themselves. Even if ones are going through the school system, so on and so forth. You really have to keep the collective in your contingent, I would say, to just bring about the results that you would like to see. Of course, you would have to keep a great deal of focus on oneself, because in the end, you will not be able to really contribute as much as you think you could or you should, unless you develop yourself to the point to where you can actually see the productivity and the results showing true in nature, to yourself. So I am definitely going to present a lot of opportunities that I've just seen, not only from this geographical location and place and time from this side of the world, but of course from the other side, of course, to the land of the east, from which we Rastafari, of course, seek and have that expectation or quote unquote hope for. So it's very important that one should take notice of how the world is continuing to play out in certain situations. But you don't want to focus too much on so many outer things, because it really could distract you in a lot of points where you really want to keep a solid base in your focus on the things that you're doing, and the ones that you will be able to connect with. But it's definitely a big thing that you as an individual are able to form good relationships with certain people, especially the ones that you're looking forward to working with. But also you have to be able to more so, I don't want to say the word discriminate, but really just be very, very pungent on what people you attempt to associate with, and find the best in people, not only by morals. Of course, that's always important, as one should always know, but you should always look for ones who can help you in the best way that will help propel you. Even if that's finding a way to benefit, the one that you seek to get a lot of help from, as well as, seek to quote unquote partner with, I would say. It's, just a very difficult thing, especially coming from, such a system that really produces or really, indoctrinates you to, work against yourself. So, I mean, even if ones have to, do a lot of independent study on their own, make sure that you have a focus and you find something that you're actually interested in that will actually bring about, some very measurable results, especially going forward. Like I said earlier, we have just passed the Ethiopian New Year, and here we have come to the Hebraic fulfillment, of our cycle. Many ones have been studying with us and growing and learning, especially in their morals and their spirituality, and their focus on faith, and which is always good, because one has to be guided by faith. If there's so much that has been working against that type of growth, as a person who's able to present themselves in a very just and moral way. But again, I do want to kind of stay on topic here in bringing about, the formation of not only the individual economic base, but of course the collective. And there's, just so many brothers and sisters that I've come across that have a lot of talent and, a lot of gifts that they've been given from God that I don't feel that they're, using to the best of their ability. We have so many brothers and sisters who work in the music and really are also independently, just working in a good fashion, I would say. But, I would just suggest that ones, tend to reach out a little more. Especially all of the brothers and sisters that we have on Rastafari Groundation that are in the music and, singers and players of instruments, reach out to, other ones and really, see what type of collaboration or, what, you could offer on one end to, another brother or another sister that would help, not only propel, yourself, but of course, benefit ones on the other end as well. It's very interesting that there are so many musical artists, but just so few owners and producers of music, that own their own studios. These are just small things that one should really take notice of and try to really learn that craft to the point to where you have a aspect of control and really guidance on what you intend to put forward as far as musical selection, as image, so on and so forth, media, and this, that, and the third. And of course, we've mentioned this many times on discipleship radio, but it's just I'm not sure if ones and ones are, making that attempt and, really trying to seek out, ones that they can actually work with to, bring forward, more fruition, bringing something, to the point to where it's definitely a measurable platform that ones can recognize and, it will only build from there. And it really takes time, and I, for one, definitely understand that. And it's something that, it has to grow incrementally. So, take no offense in what I'm saying, but just take a moment to think about that, brothers and sisters, because, that's just one example. And, so many of the avenues that we definitely as Rastafari or Ethiopian Hebrews can, expound upon. We have other brothers who, work in construction, work in welding. I think I heard another brother mention that he actually worked in, I'm not sure. I think it was other type of, smithship or something to that effect. And those are, talents and skills that really can benefit, a community. So it's really, important that ones continue to hone those skills, but also seek out opportunities in where one could be beneficial not only to themselves but to others as well. And like I said, the entire goal is really to make it to a point of collective security, collective progression, collective, you know, um, in more so internal building. You really want to build this type of forum from the inside out. Even though the scriptures would more so say to build from the outside in, as one would say from the book of Proverbs, prepare this house without, and then build, thine house or thine main place of residence, and to something of that effect, but just to paraphrase for ones and ones to kind of get the point that I'm bringing forward. It's, just an important fact and so crucial, that ones are able to, continue to reach out to each other and build on what you already have together, as especially as Rastafari, all would hail Haile Selassie the first, of course, Kedamawi Haile Selassie, our King of Kings of Ethiopia, to a special standard. I definitely see the selected speeches of His Majesty as a great, curriculum for ones to get into and study more, and it's just so important that the focus continues to grow intensely, because there's so much that can really be built, from such a collective of individuals, and so much that can be done going forward. So I just present a couple of these thoughts, brothers and sisters, just to get the wheels turning in one's minds, and really get to thinking on certain points that ones might not have gone yet. And though it might have crossed the eye's mind at a certain point in time, it's always a good thing to revisit those thoughts and really mold them over to the point to where you're really trying to solve more of the problems in our communities, as well as those of other communities. And that would really add to the value of one's skill set, one's morality, so on and so forth. So just another point, and just something that your brother Lidj Yefdi was thinking on, especially pondering over this season here, this high holy season that we've come to, and just reasoning with the brothers and sisters, one and one or two by two, from time to time, when the eye definitely has the opportunity to do so. So I definitely will help assist ones in finding a certain niche, or what might interest one in going forward to just become a productive member of this society, so that we really can move forward, and build for the next coming generations, and I couldn't say more about how much I appreciate the brothers and sisters who continue to support I&I's works, and really I have to say that even, I am really still getting started in a lot of the things that I am seeking to bring forward as an individual. But of course, always have a chance to really just slow things down and think over, how could I benefit and help, another one, who might not have, these thoughts, at this point in time, or who would ever come to this point. So that's just another individual point that ones could, just sit, and head rest with. And, I guess that I would probably have to leave it at that just for the moment, and just bringing forth some of I&I's own thoughts, as one would come here and visit, and just, just sit with Yefdi for a moment, the Yesheb, as, ones would do in Yeshiva or Yeshiva. So, again, I give thanks for all of the brothers and sisters who tune into Discipleship Radio on the blogtalkradio.com. Please be sure to get a subscription at RastafariRenaissance.com, as well as LOJSociety.org, along with Rastafari Midrashim, Rastafari Gardening, Rastafari TV. Big up to the sister and all the family keeping up that work over there. Rastafari Network, of course, Malek Media House. Shout out to the Sister Yakin. And, of course, my brother Hezekiah at RastafariRedemption.com, and Rastafari South. I'm definitely looking forward to many of the brothers bringing out, their studies in the law and the things going on over there. And, really looking forward to seeing many of the families' growth and coming out of Babylon, of course, with their name changes. This is, a definite, big point for many of the ones, especially the Afro-American and the Afro-Caribbean Rastafari, as we know the history, behind so many of the brands and the names that have been placed on I. So I definitely want ones and ones, Fireball I want, but I wish for and aspire to bringing forth the brothers' attention and the sisters' attention to not only our history but what we can create going forward to the future. So it's again, such a blessing to have reached another Adi Samet and a Rosh Hashanah, and preparing I and myself more for the studies and, of course, the scriptures, along with other secular knowledge. And, we send our praise and our prayers and our hopes and our dreams and, our aspirations and, big a big up, just to all of the family who will continue, on this journey with us, because we have so much more to bring out. It's really only the tip of the iceberg in which we intend to bring out in content. So, I just give thanks again, family, for listening. And, hopefully ones on ones will be able to link with I and, maybe we can reason on certain other points and bring out other things that, maybe even the I might not have thought about. And we'll definitely catch the eye in the next video. Shalom and assalam.